Hello, it's Anna Kimani. I'm back again for today's session. And in today's session, I'll be looking at students or pupils at any level in education who could be facing extreme circumstances while preparing or taking exams or assessments, and especially those that lead to national grades. So, is there help that is available? Is there help that is available? And reminding you that I know I am being watched from all over the world, and I know that every country and every learning institution or schools may have some help available for such students. They know what they do to help or support such students, and I'm looking at it from that point of it, and whether the country or the school or the learning institution has got such support in place for such students. It's also good you listen to me and see whether there is anything that you can learn from today's session that you could use to enrich and make it better. So I'll be looking at it from extenuating circumstances or mitigating circumstances, and I'll be looking at those circumstances under education. And I'll start with the definitions, and I'll start with the extenuating circumstances. Extenuating circumstances refer to a situation or situations beyond your control that have the potential to severely affect your academic performance as a pupil or as a student at any level in education. If you are struggling with situations beyond your control, reporting extenuating circumstances could help. Reporting extenuating circumstances could help. Mitigating circumstances are serious or significant events affecting a student's health or personal life which are beyond the student's control. The events are sufficiently serious enough in nature to result in the student being unable to attend, complete, or submit an assessment on time. Okay, so we are looking at the meaning of the two circumstances, the extenuating and the mitigating circumstances. I looked at it from the education point of it. And if such a situation happens, the best thing is to check out the extenuating or mitigating circumstances forms depending on what the country or the learning institution offers. So, as a student, or as a pupil, or as a parent or guardian, the best thing is to check out with the school or the learning institution that your students or the people under your care is attending, and see what they are offering. And again, remember, I said I'm being watched by many people across the world, and it is depend with the country and the learning institution and the school. But it's always good to look at how to make it better. How to make it better in order to help such students, such pupils, at whichever level in education that are struggling due to such extreme circumstances that are beyond their control. Examples of such extreme circumstances could be the student or child is seriously ill or sick. So the student or the pupil at any level in education could be feeling unwell and they might need support. Very close family members' illness, bereavement in the family, exceptional family or individual problems that will hinder or stop the student progress in preparing for exams or assessment. Check out with the learning institution where the student is attending. Talk to the designated staff who deals with such situations or circumstances, or who looks into such circumstances. Fill up the forms in advance before the exam or the assessment date. Follow the given instructions given in the form. Clearly submit all the evidences requested. The extenuating or mitigating circumstances form, when it comes to education, we are looking at it from education point of view, could be either online or physical forms. If possible, request the designated staff to check it out for you to ensure all the requirements and evidences are rightly done or rightly submitted. Note, extra caution should be taken to ensure that the system isn't abused. I'll repeat that again. Note, extra caution should be taken to ensure that the system isn't abused. And that is the whole point of evidences requested for and clearly provided. That's why the evidences will be requested for, so that the system isn't abused. It is not fair to just consider the student or pupil's circumstances only during that exact time or exam short time when they are writing the exams or assessment. It is not fair for the exam invigilators or supervisors to only fill such forms only when the child or the student is writing the exam or the actual assessment, the actual exam or the actual assessment. The student or the pupil would have faced a struggle previously while trying to prepare for the exam or assessment. And that's the whole point of, with the student or the pupil at any level in education, if they are going through such extreme circumstances, it's good to report it in advance. It should be looked at in advance. What needs to be done in advance, because this student could have really struggled preparing for these exams or the assessment even before the actual exam or assessment date. However, if the exam invigilator or supervisor noticed something unusual with the student or pupil during the exact time for the exam or assessment itself that wasn't known before, it is good to assess the situation, take note of it, and act accordingly. Possible action to be taken could be, and again I said it depends with the learning institution or the school that your child is attending. It also depends with the country, but possible action to be taken to help such students could vary, and some of them could be the student or pupil could sit for the exam or assessment on the day set just like other students or pupils, but his or her circumstances are considered. So everything is clearly stated what the student was going through, even if they decide to go through exam on the exact exam or assessment day. Another option could be take the exam or assessment at a later date. And a third option could be to defer the exams or assessment to the next academic year. So I say those are just a few. There could be other options that, depending on the school, the learning institution where the student is attending, or the country, there could be other various options to look into it, but I gave those three just as an example. It's Anna Kimani, and today we're looking at the best support that the student or the pupils at any level in education who are facing extreme circumstances, and yet they are preparing for assessment or exams, and especially that related to national grades, the support that they could be given. It is important to look into it.